December 23rd. It has been one crazy late season.
You can find us in the backwoods. Keep the tailgate down till the sun goes down. It's the life we know. This is how we roll. You can catch us on the back road with the hats on tilt and the house on stilts. It's the life we know. This is how we roll.
I haven't had much time at all in the tree stand during late season. I probably got right around just 6 hours in a month. And that's been just hunting weekend. I'm at the beans, gonna try to put an arrow through a doe, or a couple of them yet, so I gotta fill the freezer. I have 3 bucks, 3 or 4, that actually made it through rifle season here. And one of them's a 9-point that we've had all of October. He's got a little bit of a drop tine. I'll throw a picture of him in here right now. So yeah, he disappeared in November. Came in like once or twice in November, and then disappeared. And he finally started showing up, and he showed up last night at 6:30 last night. So, and then I think it was like 2 days before that he showed up at 7:30. And then there's a 7.2. He made it through rifle season, and then there's a little basket 8 that I've never seen on camera before. He just started showing up. And before I forget, congratulations, Quentin. I know you're probably watching this right now, and want to say congratulations on that doe kill. Well, hopefully everybody is having a good Christmas Eve today. It is December 24th, Christmas Eve. Didn't see anything last night. I sat till 6. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. And the deer were probably moving at dark last night after I got out. Hopefully they'll be moving early here tonight. Completely missed. Shot right over top of her. I already went down, grabbed the arrow, completely blew the shot. Freaking string caught my jack. You guys probably heard of that. It was the same 7 that came in earlier, because I had what, like about 4 or 5 come in. I seen them, or no, the first 2 they disappeared, and then I heard some running, caught movement, and ended up being a doe and 2 fawns. They came in, and then a few more came in, and they were going to skirt around behind me, and then I seen 2 more off in the distance that were coming in. And the 2 off in the distance, one was a real nice doe. She stopped by the pine trees, and then I don't know what was going on. All of the ones that were trying to circle behind me turned around, took off, and the one doe that was between the pines, she looked up at me and then turned around and took off. And then I hear movement to my left and end up seeing a couple. I'm like, okay, so those must have been the 2 that went out in front of me and are circling back. Okay, watch and nothing. And then next thing I know, I just hear running, and here comes a yearling running practically right into my lap. And then seen 2 more, and then it was just ended up being the same 7 that came in. I don't know. I drew my bow. How many times did I draw my bow? Like 3 or 4 times, and none of them spooked until I shot. Those 2 yearlings, they only ran like 20 yards and stopped again. I didn't even move till I got out of my stand. This stand's a piece of junk. I'm slightly irritated, but I guess that's the way it goes. Yeah, tree stand's creaking. I don't know. Frustrations. Oh, is that snow cold? Alright, pack it up and get on out of here. Well, I only got 9 minutes of record time. Merry Christmas, everybody. And on a Christmas Day hunt, obviously. And I determined last night, I went over the footage this morning, and I determined that doe actually ducked the shot. I didn't shoot over top of her. I mean, technically speaking, I did. But she ended up, ducking the shot. So everything from the angle and everything, when I played it back in slow motion, the shot would have been slightly high, but I think if she didn't duck or anything, I would have gotten her last night. So, right, hopefully we can get one. This is second to last weekend. Next weekend's going to be the last hunt of the season, so hopefully we can get one tonight and then one next weekend. going on, guys? Caleb here, Northern Michigan Outdoors, and as you guys had seen, this is the Christmas weekend hunt, December 23rd, 24th, and the 25th. No, I never did get that doe, and that is what this whole video here is about. I'm going to try to keep this short because this video is already running long enough. So basically, December 24th, I'm just going to go back from December 24th. You guys had seen me get pretty pissed off when those first 7 deer had came in. You guys didn't hear it because usually my action camera was in the waterproof case, so just the audio is not good. You can't hear anything. But anyhow, the last doe that took off in this, I want to say it's about like top left corner of the screen. It's the one in between the two pine trees. She ended up blowing at me, so that's where I ended up getting pretty ticked off, you know, because how many times does a doe blow you and you never see anything after that? But anyhow, I still ended up having 7 come in, and I shot and I missed. I was pretty ticked about that, as you guys had seen yet again, and I thought I had personally missed. I didn't think that the doe had docked, but played the footage back, and you know, like I said in the video, the doe had docked, so that kind of eased any pressure that I had on me, because it's crunch time. I'm trying to fill the freezer in the process of moving at the time. December 25th, as you guys had seen, shot and made a pass through on a nice sized doe, and I had one, wasn't in my stand 15 minutes, came straight in, and then I don't know, about 20 minutes to half an hour later I had 4 coming off my left, and that ended up being one of the does that I had shot. Pretty big doe, pretty nice size. I was happy with that. I knew it was going to be enough meat in the freezer for a winter, so I'm like, okay, here we go, let it fly. Took off, and I never picked up blood till about, what was it, about 150 to 170 yards away, something like that, before I finally picked up blood. We ended up tracking her for about a mile to a mile and a half before we lost blood. We ended up crossing some other fresh deer tracks, and we could not figure out which ones were hers. There was no blood on the ground at this point, and we were pretty much all the way back at the road. And you know, like I said, about a mile and a half down the road is where we ended up coming out at, and we were just done. We were crossing through swamp left and right, and you know, I ended up having to call it at that point. You know, we went as far as we could. We had already been tracking for like 2 to 3 hours at that point. So I shot right around 5. And then we got done tracking around 9. So yeah, that's about 3.5 to 4 hours is what we ended up going with for tracking time. And with the amount of ground we covered. Come to find out, that broadhead had actually never opened. I thought it had, but it never did. And the shot was pretty high, way high. And I know I had the bow, I had my pin right where it needed to be, and I didn't compensate for the distance. So partially it is my own fault. I didn't compensate for the distance, because I want to say she was anywhere, I think she was right around 15 yards. So when I know my bow at 15 yards shoots a little high, you know, and I could have torqued the bow a little bit too. You know, there's so much that could have happened that I just don't know. All I know is the shot was high and the broadhead never opened. So I think those two were pretty big contributing factors into not being able to recover her. But you know, it's part of hunting, and that's what it's all about. You know, this is the second doe I have lost now during bow hunting. But anyhow, thanks for watching, guys. We catch you on the next one. Hit that subscribe button and hit that like button. Also, go follow us on Instagram. We also have a Twitter now too, so both of those will be in the description. So thanks for watching, guys.